In a small town, there lived a young boy named Leo, who came from a humble background. His parents were hardworking, but they struggled to make ends meet. Leo spent most of his days helping his parents with chores, but his mind was always filled with big dreams. He would often sit by the window, gazing at the stars, imagining a future where he could make a difference in the world. Despite the challenges, he never let go of his belief that anything was possible if he worked hard enough. One day, while doing his homework, Leo came across an article about a young entrepreneur who had become a billionaire. The story inspired him deeply. Leo knew that if others could do it, so could he. He vowed to never let his circumstances define his future and started thinking about how he could turn his dreams into reality. Little did he know, his journey toward greatness was about to begin. Leo had always been fascinated by technology, and one evening, after watching a documentary on artificial intelligence, he got an idea. What if he could create a tech company that made AI accessible to everyone, not just large corporations? The idea was simple but powerful. He spent the next few weeks researching, reading books, and learning everything he could about AI and startups. Though he had no experience in business, his passion and determination kept him going. One evening, Leo sat down with his parents and shared his idea. His parents, though supportive, were worried. "But Leo, starting a company is risky," his mother said gently. "You might fail." Leo smiled and replied, "But what if I succeed? What if my dreams come true?" His parents, although concerned, saw the fire in his eyes and gave him their blessing to pursue his dream. With a small amount of savings, Leo began his journey to create the tech company of his dreams. He rented a small office and started building a team. At first, things didn't go as planned. The first few months were filled with setbacks, delays in product development, difficulties in attracting customers, and financial struggles. Leo's team was small, and resources were limited, but he refused to give up. Every failure felt like a lesson, and every setback only fueled his determination. One evening, Leo sat alone in the office, staring at his computer screen, feeling exhausted. But then he remembered why he started. The vision of creating something that could change the world kept him going. With renewed determination, he gathered his team the next morning and reminded them that success was just around the corner. "We can do this," he said, his voice filled with unwavering belief. After months of hard work, Leo's company finally developed its first AI product, a revolutionary software that could assist small businesses in automating their daily tasks. However, launching the product was a big risk. Leo didn't have enough money for a large marketing campaign, and the tech world was already filled with competition. But he believed in his product and knew that if he didn't take a chance, he would never know if it could succeed. Leo made a bold decision to reach out to a few small business owners and offer them the software for free in exchange for feedback. The response was overwhelming. Small business owners loved the product and began recommending it to others. Word of mouth spread quickly, and soon Leo's company started gaining attention from investors. It was the breakthrough he had been waiting for. With new funding from investors, Leo expanded his team and began improving the product. The company grew rapidly, and soon, it was being used by thousands of small businesses around the world. Leo's dream was slowly becoming a reality. As his company's success grew, so did his reputation. People started calling him the youngest billionaire, a title he never expected to receive. However, Leo never let the fame get to his head. He remained humble and focused on his mission. He often remembered the late nights working alone in that tiny office, and how far he had come. Despite his success, he never lost sight of the values that had guided him: hard work, determination, and the belief that anything was possible. As his company became more successful, Leo faced new challenges. Larger companies started taking notice and attempted to create similar products. Leo's team had to innovate constantly to stay ahead. The pressure was immense, and Leo felt the weight of responsibility on his shoulders. Yet, he was no stranger to hard work and knew that success came from overcoming obstacles, not avoiding them. Leo decided to hold a meeting with his team to discuss the next phase of their company's growth. "We need to think bigger," he said. "We've built something great, but we can't stop now. We need to keep pushing boundaries." The team rallied around him, and together they came up with new, innovative ideas that would set them apart from the competition. One day, Leo received a message from an old businessman, who had been following his success. The man invited Leo to lunch and offered to mentor him. Leo was nervous but accepted. Over lunch, the mentor shared valuable lessons with him. "The key to success," he said, "is not just in working hard, but in working smart. Always be ready to adapt, and never stop learning." Leo took the advice to heart. He realized that even though he had achieved a lot, there was still so much he could learn. He began reading books on leadership, strategy, and innovation. He also started attending conferences to network with other entrepreneurs and learn from their experiences. Leo's growth as a leader accelerated, and so did his company's success. As Leo's wealth and influence grew, he remembered the struggles he had faced as a child. He had always dreamed of helping others, and now he had the means to do so. Leo started a foundation to support young entrepreneurs in underprivileged areas. He provided them with mentorship, resources, and funding to help them turn their ideas into businesses. The foundation quickly gained popularity, and many young entrepreneurs credited Leo with changing their lives. Leo found great fulfillment in giving back, and it reminded him of why he had started his journey in the first place, to make a positive impact on the world. It was a reminder that success wasn't just about wealth, but about using that success to help others. Despite his achievements, Leo still faced moments of doubt. During a particularly challenging time in his business, when a major competitor released a product that threatened his company's success, Leo questioned if he had made the right choices. He spent nights pondering whether he should give up or keep fighting. The pressure was overwhelming, and for the first time in years, he felt like he might fail. One evening, Leo took a walk by the beach, trying to clear his mind. He thought about everything he had been through, the hardships, the sacrifices, the failures. He realized that every challenge had made him stronger. With a deep breath, Leo decided to face the challenge head-on. "I can do this," he whispered to himself, knowing that no obstacle was too big to overcome. Things didn't improve overnight. Despite Leo's efforts, his company's sales began to decline as his competitor's product gained traction. Leo had to make some tough decisions, including laying off some of his employees. It was a painful moment, one that made him question if he had the right to keep pursuing his dream. But he reminded himself of how far he had come and the importance of never giving up. Leo called a meeting with his team. "We've faced hard times before, and we've always come out stronger," he said. "This is just another challenge. Together, we can overcome it." His words inspired his team, and they rallied together to come up with new strategies. Leo knew that the road ahead would be tough, but he also knew that success was built on perseverance. After months of hard work, Leo's team finally came up with a new, innovative version of their product that outpaced the competition. They introduced features that no one else had thought of, making the product more valuable than ever. The response from customers was overwhelming, and within weeks, sales skyrocketed. Leo's company regained its position at the top, and he proved that even in the face of adversity, determination could lead to success. Leo was thrilled with the result, but he knew that this was just another chapter in his journey. He wasn't done yet. There were still more mountains to climb and more dreams to chase. He celebrated the victory with his team, but he reminded them all, this is just the beginning. As Leo's company continued to grow, he set his sights on expanding globally. He started opening offices in different countries, and soon, his product was being used in every corner of the world. Leo's company was no longer just a small tech startup, it had become a global brand, and Leo had become one of the youngest billionaires in history. Yet, even as his company reached new heights, Leo remained grounded. He continued to prioritize his values of innovation, hard work, and a commitment to helping others. He often visited his foundation's projects and mentored young entrepreneurs, always reminding them that success was not just about wealth, but about using one's resources to create a better world. Years passed, and Leo's company became an industry leader. But what mattered most to Leo was not his wealth or fame, it was the legacy he was creating. He had inspired countless young people to chase their dreams, no matter their background or circumstances. His foundation had helped launch hundreds of successful businesses, and his story was a beacon of hope for anyone who believed that anything was possible. Leo stood at the podium during the company's anniversary celebration, looking out at the people who had helped him along the way. "This success is not just mine," he said. "It belongs to everyone who believed in the dream. Never let anyone tell you that your dreams are too big. The only limits are the ones you set for yourself." As the years went by, Leo faced one final test. His company was in danger of being overtaken by a new wave of technological advancements. For the first time in a long while, Leo felt a sense of fear. Could his company survive another round of competition? He realized that the only way to stay ahead was to reinvent himself and his business once again. Leo gathered his top executives and challenged them to think beyond the limits of the current technology. Together, they came up with an innovative new product that would once again revolutionize the industry. It was a risky move, but Leo believed in the power of innovation. "We are not just a company," he said. "We are a movement." Years later, Leo looked back on his journey. From the humble beginnings in a small town to becoming one of the youngest billionaires, his path had been filled with challenges, setbacks, and moments of doubt. But Leo's determination, hard work, and willingness to learn had propelled him to unimaginable heights. The moral of the story is, no dream is too big if you have the determination to pursue it. Every setback is a lesson, and success is built on perseverance and hard work.